If you're a copywriter, I'm going to show you exactly how I landed my first 3 clients. I'm going to show you how to do it in the next 10 minutes. I can see the proof here that I actually did do this. I'm not just saying random things. I'm not lying to you. And when you come out of this video, there's going to be no more of this. There's going to be no more thinking about quitting. There's going to be no more, I don't want your services from business owners. There's going to be no more hundreds of outreaches but no clients. There's going to be no more, it seems impossible to land clients. There's going to be no more left unseen. I guarantee you use Instagram for outreach and you face this problem every single day. You get left unseen. It's the worst feeling in the world, trust me. I know. There's going to be no more of people reviewing your copy and saying it's garbage, it's dull as a dishwasher. It's very rude, to be honest. I don't know who would say that, definitely not me. There's going to be no more shiny object syndrome where you just like see this new business model and you get really excited and you go and switch to it and you lose all your progress on copywriting. There's going to be no more of prospects telling you to go away. There's going to be no more sleep deprivation from the 9 to 5 or school. There's going to be no more of prospects saying to you, I'll think about it, and then you just never get a response from them. And that's like 10 times worse than getting left unseen. You do not want to experience that. There's going to be, I just wanted to add this because it's probably really relatable to you because I face this exact problem. You send this outreach to Dave or whoever you're sending it to, you got their profile picture there. As soon as you send it, you get this. No, I don't need a copywriter, stop pitching me. This is probably what's happening to you right now. I'm going to show you how to not have this happen to you ever again. So if you're tired of prospects telling you to go away and seeing rookies who literally started last week land their first clients and you're just sitting there completely dazzled and wondering how the hell they've done it, this video is for you. You see, I use this exact framework to land my first 3 clients. And I just want to say I'm not the best. I've only had 3 clients, I've only had this. But instead of like looking to the 10k per month retainer or the 10k per month goal, why don't you just look towards the nearest goal, the first step that is right in front of you, which is landing your first 3 clients? Because when you think about it like this, it reduces a lot of the stress that you're probably feeling. Like, you get this lots of self-doubt in your mind, like, how am I going to get to 10k per month in the next day? Like, bro, just stop thinking about that. Think about the first 3 clients. Here's what you can learn in this video. You're going to learn about business and personal problems and how these actually are the reason why you cannot land clients. You're going to learn about the different levels in copywriting and how it's causing you to lose. Because a lot of beginners go into this thinking they're just going to get 10k per month in the first month, when that's going to take like another 3 years, and many people don't talk about that. But basically, I want to talk about the different levels in freelance copywriting, and the main reason you see like these experts get all the clients super easily. They say it's super easy, and then there's you who really struggles to get clients and has no hope in the future that they're actually going to succeed with this. So no wasting your time, bucko, let's get straight into it. So the first part I want to go over is all about your business and your personal problems, okay? So the first thing you have to realize about business and copywriting is that business is just a reflection of you, which is basically just your personal problems. Like, we've got an image of Dark Souls here. To be honest, I don't really want you to experience this. It's a terrible experience. I would not recommend it. But basically, the point I'm trying to draw into your head here is that if you're a level 0 fighting against a level 100 boss, you're never going to win, right? It's just a foregone conclusion. You're going to get one-tapped by a dragon like this guy here. It's pretty stupid fighting this person. But if you're also a level 100, you'll probably win. You'll probably have a really good chance of winning and beating this dragon, right? And what you're trying to do right now is you're trying to solve these big problems, right, in your business, when you haven't really solved the personal problems in your life. And I know you're thinking you don't have any personal problems. You probably came from a self-improvement path, right? I think most people did. But you're going to realize there's so many problems, personal problems, that you probably don't even see in your life. That is the reason why you can't land clients. And I'll show you an example in a minute of how this applied to me. But basically, this leads me on to my second point, which is you are the vehicle, not the business model. You are the person that is going to take you towards the goal of 10k per month. Your first client in copywriting, not copywriting itself. A lot of people think it's all about the business model. They've got to pick like the most profitable business model, the best business model in the market, which really is the worst mistake you can make as a beginner, because all of the business models work. And if you actually want to succeed in business, you really have to pick the one you enjoy the most, basically. And if you're addicted to video games, if you're addicted to scrolling, if you're addicted to junk food, the chances of you actually getting clients is little to none. And if you have terrible productivity, you won't get any clients. Business is simply just a reflection of your personal life. If your personal life is garbage, if you lack social skills, for example, you're going to perform terribly on sales calls. If you're addicted to video games, your mind is not going to be present and you're going to be wondering about the next item in the video game or something like that. You're not going to be wondering how to improve your outreach. You're going to be thinking about Minecraft or something. So yeah, the main reason you're not getting any clients right now, you're not seeing success in copywriting. I know it sounds stupid, it sounds so weird, and you wouldn't expect this as a reason, but Trust me, this is the one reason you are not getting clients, okay? But there is a problem in your personal life that is causing you to not get any clients at all. Like, this is a picture of Sisyphus. This is literally you. So if you don't know who Sisyphus is, it's basically this guy. I don't know if this is correct, but just correct me in the comments. Basically, he cheated death like twice or something. And as a punishment, he had to carry a giant boulder up a hill endlessly. I'm gonna have to make me smaller again because I can't really fit everything on here. But basically, this is a reason why I failed in copywriting for 6 months. It's simply because I had personal problems that I did not fix beforehand. These are the personal problems I was facing. So the first one was, I thought only working for 1 hour a day was good enough to see any success in copywriting when it really wasn't. I got sold a dream by people who were using copywriting on me to sell me into the dream of copywriting, saying that I would only have to work for 1 hour a day and I'll see success, but really that was not the case, because you really had to put like 4-8 hours a day into this thing to actually see success. That's what I had to learn. And the second problem I had was I lacked confidence, so I didn't really close clients on sales calls because I was just like, I wouldn't speak with conviction, so I wouldn't really land clients. Like, they would just be sitting on the Zoom call scrolling on the phone like this. That's probably what they're doing, because I didn't have any confidence that I could actually help them with the business. But as soon as I fixed these two problems, I started landing clients left, right and center. This is exactly why I landed my first 3 clients in a week. Like, just before that, I'd fixed these personal problems. So now what I want to take you through is exactly how you can fix these personal problems in your life and actually land clients. Let me make myself bigger again so you can actually see me. There we go. So, I'm going to have to make myself smaller again. Actually, now I can leave it here. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you probably already know what I'm about to say. You can skip over it if you want. But if you're a new viewer and you're interested in copywriting, this is going to change your life, okay? So this is called Socratic reasoning. This is what I used to actually land my first 3 clients in copywriting. So Socratic reasoning was created by a Greek philosopher called Socrates, and it is a problem-solving method. So the way you actually do it is you ask yourself why until you find the underlying cause of the problem you're facing. And like, especially in copywriting, you probably don't even know the problems you're facing, because like, when you're a beginner, you don't really know anything about the business. A lot of you are probably watching this video, this is your first business model, you've not really had experience in business before, so you don't really know the constraint you're having. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to go from a vague problem that you think is a problem to the actual problem you're facing, so you can actually fix this and land clients easily. So I'm going to take you through my exact example of how I did this. I actually had this on a Google Doc. I couldn't find it though, I probably deleted it, but I actually wrote this out on a Google Doc probably like on a Saturday, really miserable, struggling to land clients, right? So here's my example. So the vague problem I was facing was landing copywriting clients. This is probably what you're facing right now, but I had to say why, because that wasn't really the problem I was facing. So I said why, and the next problem I was facing, the real problem, was that I could not close them on sales calls. I was getting sales calls, so my outreach was good, but I could not close these clients on sales calls. That was my problem. Well, the reason why I could not land these clients on sales calls was because I didn't like pitching the prospect. Why didn't I like pitching the prospect? Well, the reason why I didn't like pitching the prospect was because I did not believe my copy was good enough to actually work with this client. I didn't think I could get a result from it. Why didn't I believe my copy was good enough? Well, I simply lacked self-confidence. That was the real reason I could not land clients. And if I just went like every other copywriters did and I said, I have this really big problem right now, I can't land clients, I probably would never be able to solve this problem. And do you see how it went from a business problem to a personal problem? This is exactly the point I'm trying to make. And you're most likely not facing this problem, maybe it's something else, but I guarantee if you do this right now, you just ask yourself continuously why until you cannot go any further, you will find the real cause of the problem you're facing, which is getting clients. I like this example. I just thought it was really funny. So if your personal life is terrible, you'll be driving this car. Right, this is the car from Better Call Saul, garbage car, like you got the red door. But if your personal life is fixed, you'll be driving this car. You'll be driving I think this is an Aston Martin. I think that's an Aston Martin DB12. Got it off Google, didn't really look at the name, so if you're a car guy, just like don't flame me in the comments, please. This is the point I'm making. If your personal life is fixed, your business life is going to be much better. If your personal life is terrible, your business is going to fail. So that was the first part of the video. And the reason why I wanted to include this, and I didn't want to make this into like a step-by-step method on how you can fix this particular problem, is because everyone right now is facing different problems. I was facing a lack of confidence, so I couldn't land clients on sales calls. You are probably facing like bad outreach or something like that. Probably facing a completely different problem to what I'm facing. So it wouldn't really make sense for me to give a solution to that. You see where I'm coming from? And the second part is all about levels in copywriting. And if you're a beginner copywriter and you're struggling to get clients, which you most likely are, this is going to be a really big paradigm shift for you, and I guarantee this is going to help you. Okay, so don't click off the video, hold out for a little longer, you got the attention span for it, okay? So, you're probably wondering what the hell this is. Why is the food here? I thought I was watching a copywriting video. Well, Let me explain. I mentioned this in my other video that I made, so you can go watch that if you want, but if you haven't watched it, there's 3 levels in freelance copywriting. You've got the expert level, you've got the intermediate level, and you've got the beginner level. And what's happening in the market right now is the experts are getting 80% of the clients. Like, the analogy I'd use for this is like, you get lots of food, you got protein, lots of muscle. I don't know why I said that, but you get lots of food, right? You get the point. The intermediate level has 19% of the clients. They have much less of the experts do, but they still have the ability to land clients. So like, they got a medium-sized meal here. I don't even know what food that is. But the beginners, they have 1% of the clients, and they just have the crumbs. So basically, they get the leftovers from the experts, the intermediates. And this is probably you right now. You're in the beginner stage, and what's happening right now is, for all the beginners, because most people are literally just getting into copywriting from like the last year or so, most freelance copywriters are still in a beginner stage, and this means like 80% of copywriters are fighting over 1% of the clients. And this is why it seems so hard to get clients. And I know this is true because when I was working with these 3 clients that I mentioned at the start, a lot of them said they were getting outreached by like 10 copywriters a day. And that's crazy. But the intermediates and the experts are sharing clients. They have it easy. They can get clients easily, right? I don't know if you know what the blue ocean strategy is. Like, there's a book on this, but basically there's like different levels in a market, right? You have the red ocean and you have the blue ocean. Red ocean is like very competitive. It's oversaturated. There's lots of competitors fighting over the market. But in the blue ocean, it's basically completely clear. There's like 2 to 3 people fighting over the clients. It's much more peaceful, right? And this is basically what the intermediates and the experts are having, because there's not that many intermediates and experts anymore. Most people have gotten into copywriting from like the Andrew Tate real world. They've seen it on YouTube, like they've seen these copywriting courses. You probably know who I'm speaking of. A lot of people watch these courses thinking they're just going to land clients like in the first day or so, but they don't realize they need to level up the skill. You need to get better at copy to get into these stages where you can land clients. So this is how you can actually escape the beginner stage, because you don't want to be in the beginner stage, do you? So the simple way you can do it is just spend much more time focusing on improving your copywriting skills. It sounds stupid, it sounds self-explanatory, you're probably doing it already, but the real reason beginners can't land clients is simply because their copy isn't that good. You've never actually seen the conversions of your copy that you're producing, so you don't know if it's good. You probably think it's really good, but it isn't, right? And this is a reality check I had to go through, because I remember I was like in this call, right? And this expert copywriter, he's like landed multiple clients, and he was reviewing my copy and he completely tore it apart. And that's when I kind of realized the reason why I'm not landing any clients is simply because my copy is bad. And what's going to happen, and you can probably use this example, I don't know if it really applies, but the beginners are focusing too much on short-term gratification, which is the outreach. They start copywriting, practice it for a month, and then just go all in on outreach. And instead of actually delaying the gratification, actually getting better results in the future, which is getting better at copy and then focusing on outreach, they're going for this, which is a bad option. And the thing is, business owners do need copywriters. Copywriters are very important to actually see results in marketing and stuff like that. But they want the best of the best. They do not want these beginners who are just getting into it for a year and they think they know everything, but they don't. They want their experts, right? That's why experts get reached out to by business owners to work on copywriting. That's why they don't really need to do outreach anymore. And this is an analogy. I can't say that word, I don't know why. Let's say you were going to a normal restaurant that you live like 1 mile away from. You go to this restaurant every single Saturday. It's like your usual thing. But suddenly someone rang you up, and it was like this professional restaurant, like this, they've got 5 stars, it's like very high class, right? And they said to you, instead of going to this usual restaurant, you can go to it for free, and there's no difference, you simply just get better food. You'll most likely take this offer and actually go to this professional restaurant instead of going to this usual bad, mediocre restaurant you normally go to. This is exactly the mindset of business owners. Instead of just having the mediocre one, why can't they just have like the professional restaurant, right? So that's kind of the thing that I want you to take away from this video. The first thing I want you to take away is you need to fix your personal problems to actually see success in business, in copywriting. And you can do this using Socratic reasoning. And I don't know why it says 1 twice, that's meant to say 2. Canva is bugging out today, but anyway. The second thing I want you to take away from this video is that you need to practice writing copy to get out of the beginner stage. Because the thing is, like I said, beginners are fighting over 1% of the clients. Maybe, obviously that's not true, but they're fighting over a very small amount of clients, okay? And there's so many beginners right now. So if you actually want to like get out of this beginner stage and actually outcompete all these people, you need to just practice copy. You get better at copywriting than most of these people, and then it will be much easier to sign clients when you actually can provide results. So that's the 2 things I want you to take away from this video. But just before you go, If you want to actually become productive and become an elite level copywriter so you can land clients much faster, much easier, and get access to 5+ worksheets I've worked on and a free discipline course I've released nowhere else, you got much more than this, okay? So if you want to join the Discord and actually get access to all these things, click the first link in the description, and also just chat to me for any advice to do with copywriting, to do with productivity. Just join it. So I'll look forward to seeing you there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it valuable. Goodbye. Have a nice day. You're in the face again. Goodbye. Wow.